Transformers 96 here with another review. This time we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Universe Infinite Series. The Build-A-Figure from all 6 figures is Groot. So here you go. So here's the finale, of course, Groot. Really excited to get this guy and have him complete. Just very happy. Groot is probably, originally I thought it was going to be Rocket Raccoon, but now coming close to the movie, I think that Groot's going to be my favorite character, and I'm pretty excited. So yeah, so here you go. So of course I've got all of the boxes in the background. I'm not going to go over them. I went over them in all the other reviews. So now it's time just to talk about the main attraction, which is Groot. And when you buy all the figures, you get pieces from all of those figures that you can combine together to form this guy. And you get the legs, arms, the lower torso, and the upper torso with the head in all the different packages. So here, let's move it up. There you go. As you can see, this is really cool. Very happy to get this. I love Build-A-Figures. I always have. And lately, Build-A-Figures have been, have been lacking with the smaller Build-A-Figures from, like one and a half years ago or something like that, when they were doing all the small Build-A-Figures. And then lately with them just kind of recycling Build-A-Figure parts, like, the Mandroid and Green Goblin and stuff like that, and then them just doing the comic Build-A-Figures and really not doing any movie Build-A-Figures have been really disappointing. So to get back to just a completely new sculpt, a very nice sized, and a main movie character Build-A-Figure is incredible for me, and something that I've been waiting for a long time. So happy that it's finally here, and hey, they did it quite well, because I'm very happy with Groot. I think he's just quite awesome. Just going over the actual sculpt work, because you need to do that here, because there is a ton of it. First of all, this face sculpt is beautiful. I see nothing wrong with this. I think that it is 100% accurate to how he looks in the movie. From what I've seen from all the trailers and everything, all the pictures, he just looks perfect like this. I love the head with all the different pieces of sticks and tree parts all coming out of it. Just looks so cool. Really awesome. Really love just his design. I mean, they kind of do like tree parts and tree vines to kind of recreate his muscle system. It just looks awesome. You get just 2 type of pieces of wood to kind of create his chest there, which is so cool. Really do love the design and how it's all put together. And I do like when there's little pieces of tree kind of sticking out. Really cool. And then on the arm there's some more right there. So nice. And then the hands. So cool. I mean, the design of this character is so awesome. Then his feet are really nice. They're kind of like trunks, but you do get some toes in there too. So really cool. I had to say, I love the design of this character. The actual sculpting that went into this Build-A-Figure is quite incredible. Tons of individual detail and everything. They even have sculpted his backside there with pieces of wood. It's hilarious. But very awesome. Really do love the sculpting on this, and it is quite fantastic. Color-wise, he's got like a darker type of brown, to start with, and then they kind of layer it down with some lighter brown, which you can kind of see here, kind of like spotting lighter brown. Does look quite nice and pretty cool. And then they do shade in some green in some areas, like in the arms right there, the chest, the head type of thing, to kind of give him some vegetation type of look and make him look a little bit more realistic. It is just absolutely beautiful. Articulation on this guy is pretty great as well. He's got a ball jointed head, which looks really nice, ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, double hinge elbows with a hinge pivoting wrist, ball jointed upper torso, ball hinge thighs with a knee swivel, with a knee hinge swivel, hinge swivel knee, sorry about that, and then a hinge pivoting ankle. So overall articulation is really great. The only thing I'll have to say is sometimes it's a little annoying working the thighs, because instead of just being able to just pull them up, you do have to swivel them so that the joint's showing, and then you can pull it up, and then you swivel the knee to get it to straighten out. So it's just a couple extra steps to get the pose that you're looking for, but still he does everything that you want. The only other thing is the elbow joints are softer plastic, so they're a little bit annoying to kind of have to move. You just have to do some extra work, but they still get some great movement out of it. And the ball jointed head works really well. He can look up quite far, and he can look down. You can just pop it off. It is just on a ball joint. If you want, you can kind of loosely put it back on to give him more of an upward looking kind of look, which is quite nice as well. The sculpted hands, let's go over that. Just over this a little bit. his hands are really nice. You get more of like a type of like holding type of hand, or a little bit more kind of like grasping, and then you have just completely open hand. Really do like the open hand, really works well for poses. This hand is really cool for the orb. There it is. I'm looking all over for it. So the orb, you can just kind of set it in his hand here. He looks really nice with it. Or you can even just kind of jam it into his fingers to get it so it really looks like he's holding it like that. That is so cool, just to have him like holding it like this. Just looks really neat. Really love that. You can have him looking at it in the whole bit. Just looks so cool. Really do love that. He's got just such a nice little look. I've done tons of poses with him with that orb. He just looks great holding it. You know, you kind of put it like kind of close to his stomach type of area, and to kind of have his hands like one hand down and the other hand like over it, because I feel like Groot's going to be like a peaceful type of character. He's going to be a very peaceful, very quiet person, but then when, you know, it's time to fight, he can fight. But I feel like he's going to be a kind of gentle character, so having him in a pose like that really does work and really does look cool. This figure is just absolutely fantastic and really great. Let me just compare him to, not compare him, but just let's talk about the team together, and then I'll do a separate little shot where I actually compare him size-wise to the other figures. So here's the whole team together. I mean, they just look awesome. Just so cool to have them all, and they just look so perfect together. Of course, Rocket Raccoon goes really good with Groot, because you know, in the movie, I think that they're going to be kind of like partners. But overall, they just look awesome together. I would highly recommend getting the entire team. I've had a lot of fun with just about all these figures. Gamora, certainly the most disappointing one, while Groot would probably be the most exciting, but all of them together are really quite great. The only thing that I don't like, which I've said earlier in this review, is the fact that they're not in the matching type of clothes. I feel like, you know, all of the stuff that they're wearing right now, they do wear some type in the movie, I'm sure, but just not all together, because I know that there is a poster that is all of them in that dark burgundy red costumes, and I think that they really should have went with that, because they went with that with Drax, and they went with that with Star-Lord, but they didn't for Gamora and Rocket. And if they put them in their kind of red suits, I think that they would just look more like a unified team and not so much more like a bunch of random people together. But they do still look really nice together. I just really wish that they were in the type of matching uniforms type of thing. But they do look great, and I really am happy to have them all. And they look so awesome. It's just so much fun to have the team. So I would highly recommend getting them all together. Alright, so here he is compared to some of the more recent Build-A-Figures. As you can see, Ironmonger and Green Goblin. As you can see, he is the tallest. I mean, even with Green Goblin's horns, he is still taller than Green Goblin, and he's of course taller than Ironmonger. As you can see, he is quite skinny, I'll say that. He's not like the heaviest Build-A-Figure you've seen, but he's a good size, because he's very tall. He gives you a Build-A-Figure feel, as well as he's covered with articulation, and, you know, he's not like, I like getting a movie Build-A-Figure. I don't know what it is, because I think that with comic Build-A-Figures, they're great and everything, but there's just more detail in movie characters, because of course they're going for, you know, very realistic and very, you know, natural looks. While the comic characters, there's more just kind of plain space on them. There's more smooth areas, because they're made from drawings, and therefore the movie Build-A-Figures always have more detail and more depth to them, and just have a better feel. Because although you do get more plastic with these guys, just comparing their detail, look at them together, and then look at their faces. I mean, just the craftsmanship that goes into a movie Build-A-Figure most of the time is, you know, a larger step than the actual comic characters. And I want you guys to get an appreciation for this Build-A-Figure, because I really do love this Groot Build-A-Figure. And maybe it's just because I think I'm going to like the character a lot, but the figure is just so great, and really just shows you who Groot is. And just as another kind of comparison, for all of you who have seen my reviews from any of my Marvel movie characters and anything like that, when he's on my shelf, he is the tallest Marvel figure from a movie that I have, except for the Diamond Select Hulk from Avengers. That one is taller than Groot. But other than that, any other figure that I have reviewed on my channel that's a normal Marvel movie character, he is taller than. So you can see that he is quite tall, and definitely gives you that Build-A-Figure type of feel with the size. You know, he's not one of those mini Build-A-Figures that they were doing before. So overall, like I've expressed, I really do like this Groot Build-A-Figure. I like it a lot, and I've been having a ton of fun with him. There isn't a day that's gone by since I've built him that I don't take him out of my closet and just pose him on my desk, you know, because it's just fun. And he's just a really cool, really well sculpted, really well painted figure, and it is just great to have. Just want to give you a little shot of him with Rocket, because you know they're going to be kind of together in the movie, you know, kind of like partners. And then there he's got his orb just kind of in his hands. The thing that the whole movie is just kind of like about. Overall, really do love this Build-A-Figure, like I've been saying. Maybe it's just me, but I have had a ton of fun with him. I think he's a great size, and I'm really happy that Marvel is doing a movie Build-A-Figure based off of a new movie that's coming out. I mean, I hope that they continue to do this. I would love it, because I love Build-A-Figures, but it's just not so much fun building Build-A-Figures that are really small, or that are of comic characters that are just kind of reused parts or stuff like that. I enjoy building movie Build-A-Figures a ton more, so I hope that they continue doing this, and they're off to a great start, because I love this Build-A-Figure, really have had a lot of fun with him, and he's just great. Alright, I thought I'd give you one last pose before I left here. Here's just Groot kind of holding the orb over his head, holding Star-Lord back from taking it, just kind of teasing him. Thought I'd end it on a kind of funny note. So there you go. So that's my review of the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Legends Infinite Series Build-A-Figure Groot figure. Thank you so much for watching.